Welcome back, everyone, to Planescape Torment. You're here with Reynold Lefebvre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven, when, after 32 grueling videos, I found my journal. New problem. It's in a language I don't remember. Fuck.
Alright.
Everything. Oh, Jesus Christ. I should go visit Reekwind. And, I don't know, go visit the Curiosity Shop, see what I can spend my money on. The Apothecary. Art and Curio Galleria.
Done.
Let me see what's at the Apothecary. It seems like a regular store. I feel much more willing to shop there than the Curiosity Shop. Pestle Kiln. Okay. You see a wall-eyed fellow whose skin seems to writhe and ripple across his entire body. He's smacking his chapped lips with a blotched tongue. As you watch, his right eyes move independently of the left, focusing on you. A second later, the left one flicks to look your way, then reverts to its original position. The right eye blinks. A strange gurgling comes from his throat. Greetings. The man gives a lopsided grin and points at himself with his right thumb. Pestle, I'm called. The alchemist. He points at himself again, this time with his left index finger. The name's Kiln. You need something? Are you all right? I'm... His throat convulses for a moment, then releases. A large green glowing pustule suddenly bursts from the side of his neck. Something you needed then, sir? His throat clenches again, and a wave of quivering flesh swallows the blistering green pustule back beneath the skin of his throat. He coughs violently for a moment, then seems to relax. Oh, phew. What happened to you? Too much to drink. Too much of what, though? Potions I drank. Too many potions. His mouth slides down beneath his chin. His left nostril forms another one. The most I ever drank, that's for certain. Of polymorphin they were and brewed in limbo. Do you need help? No! He shudders. The mouth below his chin moves up to envelop the one his nostril formed. This sort of thing happens quite often. We can't seem to help but sample the stock. If you find a way to help the two of us, we'd be grateful. Okay. Work in the stockroom all day, I do. He shudders violently. Suddenly, a third eye pops open over the bridge of his nose. I speak only of the store, sir. The skin of his face seems to eat the new eye, and the left one returns to its old location. Okay. What do you have to sell? Charms, clots, and other useful things. Well, I can respect that. We could all use useful things.
Done.
Definitionally, one might say. Excuse me. What do we have?
I'm gone.
Standish? Oh. Frischika. This sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive, though somewhat disturbing, with blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes. As she examines you, a small pair of bat-like wings unfurls from her back, and then seems to settle back into her skin. Well, a floating, disembodied, prevaricating skull, and fall from grace, or whatever it is you call yourself now. Truly a pleasure to see you here. What do I owe the honor of your visit? I thought that you rarely trafficked among our kind anymore. Or is your assignment here almost finished? I do not know what assignment you are referring to, Frischika, though your presence here brings with it many questions. Last time I had heard that you were a standard bearer for the Company of the Vulture. How did you come to Sigil? By choice. And you? Where will your orders take you next? You see, little man, the best temptress is one that can make you buy into the illusion of being both promiscuous yet virtuous at the same time. A prostitute priestess, as it were, and Mistress Grace is among the greatest. Are you not? You would not think that a 1,000 years of slavery had left their scars, no? Fall from Grace speaks with a coldness you've never heard before. The air almost becomes ice as she dissects Frischika with a gaze. That is enough. Very well. They are the ones who came into my emporium. You're the scarred man who's been going around asking all the questions. You sure look lost. Did you want to come in, really, or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? because Vishika can help you. How could you help me? I travel and trade extensively. I hear a great deal. I purchase a great deal, and I own a great deal. Perhaps I can make you a great deal. Is there anything that you desire? What are you selling? Would you care to examine the weapons and charms or some of my more exotic items? Let's start with the weapons and charms. Hammer of Comminution. 4 to 14 crushing damage, plus 1d6 acid damage, plus 2 Thacko. It's pretty good. I'm not a hammer man, but if you're inclined to be one, this is what you want. Divine Sensor raises dead a limited amount of times. The Angleless Eye. Useful. Magnifying Lens. Usable only by Modrons. Why would I want that? The Dread Bond. Immunity to panic. Plus 1 strength. Usable only by fighters and living creatures. Interesting. Scroll of Cloud Kill. The Spider Bracelet. Bonus hit points. Resistance to all normal attacks. Ashes of the Populum. Not usable by mages. Usable only by the Nameless One. According to their expedition logs, they traveled to the plane of Shale in search of lost works of the Fosterer, a powerful sorcerer who once ruled an empire where the plane of Shale now lies. The naive illusionists were successful, and they stumbled across one of his lost works, a hive of vicious creatures called the Trellans. The remains of the mages were found days later by 2 Barriar scouts and were burned over a pyre as a symbol of their folly. Heart of the Fosterer, usable only by evil and neutral characters. This strange object is said to be the heart of the Fosterer. According to legend, the Fosterer was a sorcerer who built his empire upon the plain of Shale many centuries ago. He was rumored to have 3,333 hearts, and each of them carried in it a different evil he had committed in his lifetime. One of the evils he committed was the discovery of how to summon the Sommian and bind them to his will. It said that the Fosterer was carried away by these beasts after he invoked them against some ancient foe, leaving only his heart behind. According to planar scholars, the Sommian are fiendish horses said to have been born from the blood of the last of the Nightmare Lords. They're not so much flesh and blood as an abstract given substance. They come to anyone who seeks revenge and bind themselves to them. They were born from a great treachery at the Gloom Meet, the time when the fiends gathered to speak to the others of their kind. The nightmares ride the skies to gather the fiends to this meeting, acting as messengers, while the fiends saw the nightmares are helpful. As convenient allies, they had grown tired of bartering with the last of the Nightmare Lords for his consent to use them. So the fiends called the Gloom Meet only for the purpose of killing. They lured the Nightmare Lord there to kill him, and when he arrived, the fiends set upon him. He beseeched the other nightmares for aid, but they only watched, their eyes aflame as their lord was attacked. The fiends tried to put him in the dead book. They scattered the earth with caltrops covered with the foulest poison in hell, hurled barbed cold iron spears a league wide into him, and when he tried to take to the air to escape, they turned the sky alight with magic, blinding his eyes white. They struck at him with everything in their hateful arsenal, but no matter what they struck him with, he was too proud to die. They hounded him to the edge of the Outlands, firing their cruel arrows and spears into him until he staggered into the hinterland mists and died there, or so it is said. It's said that as the Nightmare Lord stumbled into the mists of the hinterlands, his dark blood left a steaming trail across the landscape. Wherever his blood fell, the outland itself cried out, wailing like a banshee, uttering the cries the Nightmare Lord would not. Less than a year later, the Sommian rode from the hinterlands, seeking out any nightmares and fiends where they could find them. Their cries were the same as had risen from the blood wounds on the outlands, and their minds were focused solely on revenge. It's said that gripping the heart of Sommian and wishing harm upon another will cause them to appear. The Sommian will answer the user's call, then fade into the mists from which they came. Whew. Oh god, maybe I should sell this thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna chuck this. I would sooner trust it to her dreadful arsenal than do anything else with it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? She may decide not to sell it. And Fall from Grace's diary. Something I imagine she would not be willing to part with. That's not a problem. But you said there were other, more curious items. Exotic items. If you see nothing you like here, there are more items stored the front and the back of the store. The Fiend's Tongue, the Gorgon Salve, a metallic cube figurine, monster jug. The toy, you examine a small metal replica of the cube-like creature with huge eyes on its face. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, and 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Vrishchika smiles at you as you pick it up. A collector's item, perhaps, or a piece of artwork? Who knows? But I like it. If you do, buy it. Ask around. Someone might know more about it than I do. You can have it for 1,500 copper coins. Other things. Fiend's Tongue. This is a fiend's tongue, or Konogans, I think, but who really knows? It's said that placed in the mouth of any living thing will give the ability of speech, even if there was none before. I'm selling this oddity for only 66 coppers. I'll take it. A wise choice. Gorgon Salve. I traded for this with some sword-slinging prime worlder. Perseus, I think was his name. Smeared onto the surface of any being turned to stone, it will revert them to flesh. Only 100 copper commons. A bargain, considering how handy it might come should you ever find a friend of yours transmuted to rock. I'll take it. Monster Jug. You examine a plain-looking jug. Despite its common appearance, you feel reluctant to touch the thing, as if it might bite you. Vrishchika watches you, chuckling, then shrugs. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's why your hair is prickling up like that. If you'd like it, it's only 123 coppers. I'll take it. Let's look at the front of the store. Baby oil. Baby oil? It's the real thing, of course. Thousands of mewling mortal babies went into making this stuff. Ooh, no thanks. Chocolate Quasit. It looks delicious, doesn't it? Imported from the lower plains, these are rare, you know. Quite prized by lovers of chocolate and confections. It's a real Quasit, a fiendish familiar polymorphed into chocolate by powerful sorcery. 199 coppers. I'll take it. Codex of the Inconceivable. That is the Codex of the Inconceivable. I'll only say that it's just, well, I can't explain it. Mere words won't suffice. You can own it to yourself for a mere 1,000 copper commons. Believe me, it's well worth it. Let me look at other things. Deva's Tears. These were collected from a Deva who was captured during the Blood War skirmish. The fiends tormented the imprisoned angel for eons before he had last escaped. The small bottle holds the 12 tears he shed in that time. Their price is but 100 copper commons. I'll take it. Elixir of Horrific Separation. The Elixir of Horrific Separation. This stuff was compounded by a scholar who'd found she possessed a darker half. A side of her which took control at time and bade her to do awful things. This potion was to have split the darker half away from her, creating 2 separate beings. Mercy killers, however, found and executed her for a string of depraved murders before she could use it. I'll only charge 200 copper commons for the elixir. I'll take it. Let's look at the back of the store. The Stained Lens. Oh god. You examine a stained ground lens with the width of your hand held in a brushed steel ring. A small geared protrusion comes off of it, makes it look like the lens should attach to some sort of clockwork machine. I've no idea what this is, really, but it radiates fairly powerful magic. An old soldier named Geesis brought it to me from a lower plane battlefield. He'd murdered his own men in order to escape his tour of duty there, and brought me a number of interesting items he'd collected over the course of the campaign. I've kept it mostly as a conversation piece, though you may have it for 149 copper coins if you like. I'll take it. Yevra's Ring. This is Yevra's Ring of almost invisibility. It makes its wearer invisible. Well, almost. I'll part for it with a meager sum of 349 coppers. I'll take it. A rune-covered ale stein. An ale mug of unusual manufacture which keeps its contents, usually beer, of course, icy cold, whatever the surrounding temperature. 299 copper commons, and you'll enjoy the frostiest ale you've ever had in the outside the paraplane of ice. I'll take it. Show me the tattered ragdoll. The years have not been kind to this tiny ragdoll. It's coming apart at the seams. It looks like its threads are unraveling. It's obviously intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain. but the button eyes and its plush softness don't strike much fear into your heart. Vrishika holds up for you. This was found in a well-trapped strongbox sunk deep beneath the surface of Sigil. It was part of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical text, though I don't know what it's for. If you like it, it's only 99 copper coins. I'll take it. Yes, it's a wise choice. Please enjoy your newest acquisition. Okay, chocolate closet. Gorgon salve. Okay, and all this stuff ended up on the floor. Oh. Oh god, a lot of things ended up on the floor. The Lady of Pain ragdoll. Oh god, I can talk to the item? I don't want to do that. That feels like a bad idea. But who's missing rings and needs armor class?
A ring without a proposal? How improper.
Okay, that's really funny. The elixir of horrific separation. Beer goggles. Cursed. Intoxicates wearer. Immunity to panic. Usable only by Modrons. Apparently some Modron once foolishly asked a wizard what it was like to be intoxicated, and these goggles were fashioned. When this lens is equipped, the wearer becomes braver, stronger, but can't see its targets too well. Interesting. Deva's tears. Small bottle holds the 12 tears they shed that time. Soothe the most savage of anger. Monster jug. I don't want to use that. How about no? A ring without a proposal. That's very funny. I could have sworn that there was something else here, something that I was looking for. It's okay if it's not. It's not really necessary. Oh, I'll fuck with the Lady of Pain doll later. But hey, I got that elixir of separation. Maybe I can use it on the apothecary and split him back up into as many people as he's supposed to be. Hopefully two. I've got this elixir of horrific separation. Do you think that'll help? You are then. Pestle Kiln takes the bottle in both his hands and places it beneath the counter. His left eye focuses on you. We can use this to make something that'll fix us right on up. Now, if you'll give us a moment when we get it all worked out, we'll make you some healing stuffs for afterward. All right, then.
All right.
That's weird. I can no longer press tab in order to see entities I can interact with. Because there's Namel over here. Is everyone busy? What the fuck? What if I go back? What if I go into a different room?
I'm gone.
No, I can't. I'm fucked. Okay, let's drop another save. You cannot save during a rest, chapter information, or a movie.
I'm gone.
What the fuck?
Done.
I can't. I was going to suggest, can I rest? You may not. I may not rest at this time. I can't do that. Not possible. What the fuck is happening? I can't save. I can't. I'll be back. This is so fucking weird.